Do you find yourself overwhelmed by the thought of making a career transition? I've been there and I understand the challenges you face. That's why I created the Career Compass, the ultimate guide for high achieving corporate women to make career transitions with ease. The Career Compass breaks down the decision making process into 5 clear steps, helping you make savvy, empowered career decisions. Head over to karenfreeland.com/career-compass right now and download this invaluable resource. It's completely free and will get you on the path to a more fulfilling career. Go to karenfreeland.com/career-compass now. Welcome to Rock Your Reinvention, where I help high achieving career women like you get unstuck, make your corporate exit strategy, and successfully transition to your next chapter. Hi, I'm your host, Karen Freeland, a certified life coach and corporate exit strategist. Whether you want to start a business, become a speaker, or something else, I'm here to give you the tools and strategies to shift your mindset, build your confidence, and take bold actions so you can rock your reinvention. Ready? Let's go. Are you ready for an absolutely epic 2025? No more withering away in a job that you hate or a hectic lifestyle that leaves you depleted. No, this is the year that you own your power and you step out of corporate. You ditch those golden handcuffs. No more letting your health fall by the wayside because you're constantly focused on your job. No more beating yourself up for it either. No more strained relationships where you feel like you wear the brunt of it all and there's never enough time to connect with those around you. No. It is time to reclaim the vision for your life and get things on track for 2025 because I want you to build a life that you truly love. So are you down for that? I hope so. Of course you are. That's why you're here. So today we're going to be doing a little bit more of a workshop style episode. So I would recommend getting somewhere where you can listen that's distraction free so that you can participate in this exercise. You're probably going to want to stop and pause the recording on multiple occasions as you walk through this exercise. So what is the exercise? What are we doing today? We are going to do some 2025 vision casting. But you might be wondering, what is vision casting? Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe you've tried it before. Maybe this is brand new to you. Well, traditionally, vision casting has been used by companies to communicate a vision to the masses. Now, obviously, that's not what we're doing. For our purposes, we're going to use vision casting to create a picture, a vision of what you want your life to look like. Your career, your relationships, spiritually, financially, and so on. Then we're going to cast that vision by sharing it with any relevant parties, maybe a spouse, friends and family, peers, team members, or maybe a business partner. Who knows? Whoever needs to understand your vision is who we will cast this to. This piece of it is incredibly important and helpful, sharing it with others. Okay, we can't just create a vision and keep it to ourselves because this, one, helps hold you accountable, but it, two, also helps open up doors and opportunities for collaboration and support that might not have existed if you kept your vision to yourself. This can also involve things like creating a vision board as a way to capture your created vision. But first, we're going to go through the exercise. Now, why should you vision cast? Well, if you're anything like me and knowing that you're a high achieving woman, you probably are, you have a million ideas and goals and things that you want to accomplish or try. So if you leave it all in your head, it gets pretty muddy, right? The path forward isn't super clear. And I hear this from my clients all the time. Karen, I have these 8 things that I want to do. I could become a speaker. I could write a book. I could start a business. I could do this side hustle or that thing. Oh, I could go volunteer here, right? There's so many things. And then they're like, but I'm not doing any of it because I don't know how to start. I don't know which path to go down. And so vision casting really helps us get clearer about what we want and specifically what we want to accomplish in the next year. So let's really set today's vision casting in a 12-month or year horizon. If you're listening to this in December of 2024 when it was recorded, then we're kind of thinking ahead to 2025, right? But whenever you listen to this, you can do this exercise for the next 12 months. Now, you may also want to vision cast a 10-year plan, a 5-year plan, a 20-year plan. Knock yourself out. But I think vision casting is most impactful when we keep it to that actionable time frame of 12 months. So how do we do this? Are you ready to dig in? Well, I'm going to be asking you a series of questions today, and those answers are going to help you shape and form this vision. So grab out that piece of paper if you're digital and you want to type this on your laptop or an iPad or your notes section of your phone. It doesn't matter, but you're going to want a place to capture this. The first thing you're going to do is look back, okay? Because before we go ahead, we have to kind of know what was good, what was bad from the past year. So I want you to start by asking yourself, what did you enjoy from 2024 that you want to do more of in 2025? And then I want you to ask the flip side of that question. What did you not enjoy that you would like to do a lot less of in 2025? Now, these could be aspects of your job. This could be things relating to your home life, right? Don't only think about career. Maybe it's like, oh, my husband and I started doing date nights, and that's been amazing because it's helping us reconnect, which, when we're in high pressured, high stress jobs, our marriage is usually the first thing to go. So really think about the things that you want to do more of and the things you want to do less of for 2025. And before you pause this and fill it out, I want to challenge you to articulate why you enjoyed that or didn't enjoy that. Right? So let me give you a quick example from my own life. So I do not enjoy editing podcasts. I love creating content for you. I love coming on here and creating these episodes. I do not enjoy the editing piece. So I hired someone to do that for me this year. But the reason I don't enjoy it is because I'm not very good at it. It takes me a very long time to try to piece together all the things and cut out the ums and all that kind of stuff. It is just not something I want to spend my time doing. I would rather focus on serving my clients and being here for you on the podcast and creating the content. So this is important to know because let's say when we look ahead to 2025, I'm like, you know what? I want to start a vlog. I want to do a video blog. You're like, then I would have to edit the vlog though, right? So I'd be like, okay, if that's something I want to do, I already know that for it to be successful and for me to enjoy it, I need to hire somebody to edit so that I don't have to do that. So you see what I mean? It's really important that we know what we like and what we don't like so that we can apply that going forward. So go ahead and pause right now and answer those two questions. What did you enjoy from 2024 that you want to do more of next year and why? And what do you want to stop? What did you not enjoy that you do not want to do in 2025? And then when you're ready, come back and start the episode again. Okay, the next question is, what goals and accomplishments are you most proud of for achieving in 2024? Really? Think about that. What are you most proud of? And I bet you have got quite a list. Now, it might take a minute to get to that list because you might be thinking, oh, I want to be humble. I don't want to brag. No, girl, this is your moment. Brag on, okay? Come up with at least, okay, this is your challenge, at least 5 things. And I guarantee you can come up with way more, but let's go ahead and aim for that. I know for me, creating an audiobook for Grab Life by the Dreams was huge. Another thing I did was create a workbook to accompany it, which was a huge undertaking. But I also became chair of the Junior League committee that is responsible for leadership education and development. And so that's a piece of volunteering that I do. That was a really big accomplishment that I was so honored to be elected into that space. I also attended all of my spring Bible studies and I got one in the fall. And I was really proud of myself because my goal was to do more in this coming year. And I did. Also, I taught myself to swing trade the stock market this year, which was pretty cool and exciting. And I've been having a ton of fun learning about that. So for me, that was a huge accomplishment. And I could go on, but those are just five from various aspects of my life. It's not all business related, it's not all career related. So think about that for yourself. What are you most proud of accomplishing? All right, once you've got that answered, we're going to move forward. But it is really important that we did that little reflection back to see how much you've achieved. And this is going to make you so much more ready to tackle these new goals because you've got all this proof of the things that you're capable of doing. Like you already know you're amazing and you're a rock star. So, hello, whatever you want to do in 2025 is going to be totally attainable. So, looking ahead to 2025, I want you to ask yourself, what's one big milestone that you are determined to achieve? And why is that meaningful for you? It's really important that we understand the why behind this. We don't want to set goals and milestones just for the sake of it. There's got to be a reason why this is important or meaningful. So go ahead and take a moment to really reflect more deeply on that one big milestone that you want to achieve. The next thing I want you to think about is what strengths or skills do you want to cultivate next year to help you reach your biggest goals? Right? Sometimes we do need to upskill or we need to improve in certain areas. One of the things that I've been working on lately is around energy matching. And so when I'm working with a potential client or I'm talking to someone for the first time, really matching that person's energy. Because I don't know if you've noticed from the show, if this is your first time listening, hello, welcome. You can probably still tell. Like, I have a lot of energy. I'm kind of like no nonsense, all about the business. I get in, I get out, I get to the point, we move on. I just have a big energy. And some people, that just steamrolls them, right? It's a little too much. And so, although no one has really ever said, well, I'm not going to work with you, Karen, because of your energy, I do know that it could be a hindrance for me in some situations. So, I'm really working on energy matching and bringing in more of my feminine sales skills into play. So, that's just one of the things that I'm going to be working on for next year to help me reach my big goals. What do you need to work on? Go ahead and take a moment to reflect on that. Now, I want you to maybe just close your eyes for a second. I want you to imagine it's the end of 2025 and you have achieved your big milestones. You have accomplished everything that you set out to do. What impact has this change, has this success had on your life, on your career, on your personal growth? I really, really want you to paint this picture for yourself, okay? Don't just consider the tangible things either, because the intangible things are often even more important. So let's imagine that you delivered that 2 weeks notice, right, in March after you got your bonus. And you walk away with that nice little bonus. You've got a little extra cushion now. And then by the end of the year, your life has been transformed. And you're like, my husband and we're not arguing anymore. I can actually retire my spouse now because my business is taking off. My relationship with my daughter got so much better. And she trusts me now with sensitive information because she knows that I'm present and I'm really listening to her when we engage. Wow, what a difference that would make in your life. Everything was harmonious. So I want you to paint this picture for you, right? That was just sort of a fictional example. Well, fictional in the sense that I didn't give the person a name. I just kind of made up the details, but it's very much what I hear from so many of my clients that I've had the pleasure of working with when they do leave their job. And they're like, oh my gosh, my husband and I used to argue all the time. And now it's like everything is harmonious. It's amazing. all that's possible for you too. So go ahead and take some time now to pause and really imagine the impact that those changes and all your success would have in your life. Isn't this fun? I hope you're having fun. I absolutely love doing these kinds of exercises. Okay, I've got two more questions for you. The next one is, what are the top 2 to 3 actions you can take now to set yourself up for your 2025 vision? This might be health related, right? So that you've got the stamina you need to hit the ground running and smash your goals in January. Or maybe you need to see a financial planner to start figuring out what that timeline could look like for you to really leave corporate and give those 2 weeks notice. Or maybe you need to hire a nanny to get some help and free up time to work on your big goals and starting a side hustle or something like that. Or maybe it's just communicating this desired shift with your partner. Babe, I'm seriously considering leaving corporate in the next 6 months. We got to sit down and talk about this. That might be the big action. So take a moment and write it down. 2 to 3 actions. You can definitely come up with 2 to 3 actions that you can take right now to set yourself up for your 2025 vision. And the last question I want you to ask yourself is, what's one current challenge or obstacle that you're facing? And what resources or support could help you overcome it in the following year? How are you going to overcome this challenge or support in this upcoming year? Let's map it out. Don't be afraid to look at the challenges and the obstacles, because the sooner you look at them and you face them head on and you come up with ways to mitigate it, the sooner you get to smashing your goals. So let's think about that. What might be standing in the way? Maybe there are some long-term incentives that are keeping those golden handcuffs on. Maybe there is a bonus date that is a pretty large, sizable amount of money that you want to stay for. Think through some of those challenges and how you might navigate around them. Congratulations! You just did some awesome vision casting. And I hope that this vision is starting to become more clear. Once you've answered all of these questions, you can be confident that you're starting to get that picture for 2025. But you can't just leave this in your notebook or in your head. You have to take action. I mean, that's what this podcast is all about, right? I'm always driving you to action. You might want to create a visual representation of this. Like I said earlier, maybe a vision board or just a really detailed journal entry. Or maybe you want to make an action plan and actually start translating this to goals, which I highly recommend. And you want to put this vision somewhere where you can see it daily and be inspired and aligned. It is way too easy to get off course, especially if you're still in your job and you've got all these other things going on and kids and pings and dings from work and emails and, apps reviews and whatever else. It gets hectic. And so throughout the year, you can get off course, but you've got to have this North Star, and you just created a piece of that. And I always say that vision casting is more than dreaming, because it really is setting the stage for action. That's why I wanted you to carve out a couple of things you could do right now to use this momentum to get things going. Now, we've also got to share our vision. Remember, we talked about this at the beginning. Sharing your vision with others is not just about accountability, although that is a huge piece of it. It's also about opening doors, because you never know who might connect you to the next opportunity or resource or relationship that brings your vision to life. There's so many people out there who can make just that one connection or open that one door for you, and everything starts to change. So what do you do from here? Well, there's 2 things I want you to commit to doing. 1, I want to invite you to block off some additional time on your calendar to revisit and refine your answer to today's question. Because here's the thing, right? If especially if you were feeling rushed or you've got another meeting to go to or something, right? Like you might have just thrown some things down on paper. And over the course of the next couple of days, you're going to be noodling on this. This is going to be on your brain. And so you might think of more things that you want to add or more things that you want to make sure you don't do in 2025, right? Some new things may come to light regarding actions you could take or challenges that you suddenly realize you're going to face. And so I want to give you space to come back and refine this a little bit more and add to it. And then I want you to share your vision with at least one person by the end of this week. Okay, one, just pick one. I would, however, love to be that one person. So I'd love to invite you to come into the Facebook community, Successful Working Women, Rocking Reinvention. If you're not part of the group yet, make sure you join. And there will be a thread in there where you can share your vision with me. Just search hashtag vision casting and you can post it right in there. And if you're not comfortable sharing it in the group, you can always DM me. Right? Karen Freeland on all the platforms. So I really hope that you enjoyed this exercise. And you know, my book, Grab Life by the Dreams, is full of these types of questions and activities to help you more fully embrace your dreams and achieve them. So if you haven't gotten a copy of Grab Life by the Dreams and this is your jam, highly recommend picking that up for the holiday season. Here's what I'll leave you with. Your 2025 can be as extraordinary as you are willing to make it. You do not have to settle for status quo. Speaking of my book again, that's literally what part 1 is labeled, busting the status quo. That's how much I don't want you to live the status quo. Instead, I want you to step into your power. I want you to own your power, live your purpose, and let this be the year that changes everything for the better. It's possible. It can be yours. All you have to do is take a little action. So I can't wait to see your big vision in the Facebook group. I'll see you in there. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're inspired to take action by committing to one of the tips or strategies we talked about in today's episode. If you want more accountability and support, I've got your back. Book a complimentary Empowered Exit Strategy call today. Visit KarenFreeland.com to learn more and book your 45-minute session. Until next time, stay fabulous.